Hey guys, Migmatis Golf with another read to improve. So today's book is one of my favorites. It's one of my favorites because it perfectly illustrates what Migmatis Golf is all about. If you watch some of my other videos, you know that I'm not a huge fan of conventional golf instruction, or at least conventional golf instruction as it's taught today, for various reasons. Number one reason being I think it's stale. I think it's too uniform. I think a lot of these PGA pros have gone through the same kind of curriculum. They pump out the same things. Some of them still spout the same falsehoods. And I don't think they really explore outside of that box enough. Okay? Teaching golf is like any other subject when you try to teach. The greatest teachers in the world know how to explain something 50 gazillion different ways until it clicks with that student. I think a lot of teaching pros are bad at that. Not only that, but they have a slight incentive for you to go back to them because that's how they make their living. So I don't necessarily think they give you all the information that they could give you or tell you where to get the correct information. Now, thankfully, you know, social media stuff like YouTube came along, and now, you know, not just written information is available through the internet, but also visual information, which helps much more in speeding up the process of getting better. So this book kind of illustrates that, and I'll explain why. But the book is called The Methods of Golf's Masters, and it's by Aultman and Ken Bowden, subtitled How They Played and What You Can Learn From Them. Listen to that bit again. Methods of the Golf Masters, How They Played and What You Can Learn From Them. Who do you want to learn from? Do you want to learn from golf's masters, or do you want to learn from a guy down the road who's a teaching professional but hasn't won anything or never played at the highest level? Okay? I'm not bad-mouthing all golf teachers. Okay, there's some really good ones out there. But in general, I think they do a poor job. So, what's great about this book? Well, the golf masters of years gone by, okay? They didn't have TrackMan. They didn't have all these other like gizmos. They didn't have video to look at their swings. But they all got it done, and they all got it done really well, okay? There's loads of arguments out there to suggest that past masters, you know, Nicholas, Trevino, Snead, Hogan, Nelson, I could go on and on and on. They were better than today's pros, okay? It's very difficult to compare eras because equipment changes, depth of field changes, loads of things change, but you cannot deny that those guys were phenomenal, okay? Now, what can you learn from them? Well, they weren't cookie cutter, okay? They didn't all have the same swings. They didn't all change their swing based on what numbers said on TrackMan, okay? They went out there, they dug it out of the dirt, they found out what worked for them. That's important. They found out what worked for them, and they got really good at their craft. I firmly believe that that's the secret to golf, is not, you know, trying to mold yourself on somebody else's swing or do the same as somebody else, but is through trial and error and sound kind of guidance, finding what works best for you. Our bodies aren't the same. We're not all going to swing it alike. And some people feel more comfortable doing one thing than the other, even though it might look cookie, you know. To start with, it works for them. You would never go teach somebody to swing like Lee Trevino, even Arnold Palmer. Okay, you wouldn't go teach them to do those things from the outset, but boy, were they good. Okay, So don't be deterred. Just because your swing doesn't look conventional doesn't mean it's a bad swing. Okay? So anyway, this book goes through a lot of the greats that you've heard about. You know, tells you how they got it done. And you can learn a lot from that. A lot of this knowledge is lost knowledge, really. For some reason, all of their techniques and their styles have been dismissed. Okay, they've been forgotten, and the preference has been to go toward these beautiful classical swings that look good, but do they get the job done? I have an ongoing argument with friends all the time. You know, oh, whose swing do you really like? Oh, Adam Scott. Adam Scott's got the most beautiful swing. Yeah, but did he get it done like these guys? Granted, he's got, you know, a Masters title, but he doesn't have 7, 8 majors like these guys, okay? It's a beautiful swing. It might look nice to the eye, but does it get it done? And you know what? On that subject, you've given me the idea to make a video about why certain things look good, but do they produce results? But I'll save that for some other time. Anyway, one last time, the methods of golf's masters, how they played and what you can learn from them. Aultman and Ken Bowden are the authors. It's an old book, has a lot of pictures to illustrate what it's talking about. It's a great read because it will give you insights into what these old masters did, and maybe, just maybe, it will change your mind about how you should be swinging the golf club. If you're not getting any better and you've been taking lessons, think about that. Think about why. Is it you? Do you just think, oh, I suck at golf? Or is it you're not going about it the right way? Information is out there. Everybody can play golf. It's not particularly physically straining sport. Most people can put a reasonable swing on the golf ball, but they need to figure out how to do it their way, your way. Okay? Anyway, get yourself the book. Some great insights into the old masters, how they did it. And that's it. I'll see you again soon with another Read to Improve. Subscribe to the channel. If you do read this book, you know, leave a comment and hopefully give me a thumbs up. And yeah, that's it. See ya.